All right.
Hello, guys.
Hello, guys. It's Blue and Special and Sparks once more. Sorry about the delay. We had to improvise a bit because Sparks won't be with us the entire time today, and so I had to set up a stream thing. And
Parks has this annoying thing called friends.
Yeah, I know, right?
yeah,
And good manners.
I'm not good with setting
And
up stream things.
being a good host.
All right, so here we are again with.
Whitelist is now off if anybody wants to join stream.gm4.com. Yep, there we go. And
Here we are
Scamander,
again
hi.
with Spawner Minecarts once more, like last week, but like the week before last week, I think. But we fixed the thing that was bugging us. By we, I mean Sparks fixed it.
Yeah, I had a look earlier and it was a silly mistake to do with what at S was in Enter Minecart.
Yeah, so if we hop into Enter Minecart, basically we executed as the server and that messed up the function. So this function was called from the server and obviously goes wrong.
Yeah, because the server never has a block over its head that is a skeleton spawner, basically.
Well, that part still would have been fine, but the server
Technically,
counts
there is a
for
block
success.
at world spawn. There would have been.
Well, we
As a
ran
run
it.
from world spawn.
We ran it at the correct entity, but we just didn't execute it as the entity.
Oh, okay, I see.
So what's left to do this time is to actually get this to work and put in the proper spawner values, make the spawners spawn, make the minecarts appear, and then probably a part of the cooldown mechanic. Actually, that's still a thing where we are unsure because a lot of the stuff hasn't been discussed yet.
Yes. But importantly, this thing now works. The thing we got stuck on last time. Special, you're slightly in the way there. This is great. I can make typos and things and like type ridiculous commands that have nothing to do with what I'm supposed to be doing, and no one can see because I'm not streaming. So if I put this redstone block here, it should now. Yeah, there we go. It drops the B and it puts it in the minecart, and it's all lovely, and it still spawns skeletons, and everybody's happy.
So even though that didn't show that it spawns skeletons, apparently that's just a thing with spawners. Spawner minecarts, they don't show.
Okay.
I placed one.
For a moment there, I thought that me placing the redstone block spawned a minecart, but you just placed it there at the same time, I guess.
Yeah, so spawner minecarts don't show the entity that's spawning, but we thought it was fine.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that issue. Bleh.
Alright, so now we need to implement all the spawner types. And then we need to discuss the mechanics of it.
Oh, your grave isn't going to work anymore, Special?
I don't know what you're talking about.
For the creepers.
Alright, let's try to do this for creepers then.
Yep.
We should probably split this.
Well, this was a test. This was a test line, so we can get rid of that.
Should we split this off into a function each?
Well, we have finalized Enter Minecart already.
What does
but I
finalize
think
do?
everything in.
Oh yeah, we just need to copy this line then.
We need to copy. Yeah, just that line for every type of spawner, and then this one runs at the end.
I'm working on it. My wired connection dropped.
Oh, fun.
Alright, so what we're doing in main. In main, we're just checking for any spawner. Yeah, so we just need to copy this line then.
Yep, and change skeleton to creeper.
Atom, you can copy lines by pressing Ctrl, Shift, and D.
So. Yeah, I'm used to Control D from Notepad, so I get a bit stuck. Why did you delete one of the lines you copied? Oh, I see. We just want to do the one for now.
Yeah, just one for now. By the way, Sparks, now that I'm streaming, you've got to check the server log.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I can do that. For errors.
There we go.
It feels so weird.
Not streaming.
Yeah, not being the one hosting the view. What is that? What special is
It's
giving
fine.
ghost creepers for Halloween?
It's fine.
But I'm reloading. There we go. Sadly, I can't look at logs. The problem we have with looking at logs, when you work on functions, it's really important to look at server logs. But I can't do that because our server log shows the IPs of people. And that wouldn't be a good thing to show.
It would be unethical.
It would be, yeah.
Not necessarily. Slightly unethical. Yeah, sorry, we have the wrong title for the stream, hence Shamir's. Did that just work? I wasn't looking.
Can we turn off the lights on the stage to get these things actually to spawn?
There's a bajillion levers at the back. You'd hope that one of them turns off the lights.
Actually, I think that's one of the levers we don't have.
Yeah, that's kind of ironic right there, huh?
Our stage control room does not have a turn off the lights button.
What it has is it spawns creepers. It has a replace all the concrete floor back with concrete powder.
We have a carpet repair button, but we don't have a lights button. I'll go make that.
Where are the lights are in the floor?
Special yells at me if I do this, because here's a lesson for life. Don't make your floor out of concrete powder.
It leaves it stains.
Blue, you made me fix the carpet now.
It stains.
Alright, so creepers work. I think we can just implement all of them now.
I honestly don't know why they're teleporting themselves into the ground all of the time.
That's fine.
We're just gonna ignore that.
Import all of these. So what's there? Creeper, spider, zombie? Are there still zombie villager spawners? Are they husk spawners? I think they are husk spawners, right? And stray spawners.
Are there?
I think there are. There aren't any
Zombie
creeper
villager
spawners
spawners
in
and
vanilla,
normal
but
zombies.
still.
Yeah, I think
Spider, zombie, husk, and stray.
spider, cave spider,
Okay, spider's a thing, yeah.
zombie.
Are there husk and stray spawners?
I don't know. I don't know why there would be, but there might be.
Maybe we should actually copy this method called enter minecart, or put all these commands that check for spawners. We should put all these in a separate function, because then we can make other modules add their own spawners if they want to. Like if
The wiki. Oh, there's a silverfish spawner as well.
yeah, if we take this block of commands and put it into a separate function, then we can call that function or all of those functions. And if another module wants to add its own spawner, it can do so. So I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, we could do that. Do you want to just leave it as a comment for to do later for now?
I will do it now. It's really easy.
Okay.
I don't know where this light is coming from here, but
It might be a visual light glitch, a visual light issue.
There's now a function called spawner list, and that will contain all the spawners.
Do we have to make that tagged thing?
A tag thing?
A function tag.
Yeah, in other modules that is.
Okay. But we need to call it by its function name
In enter
to run all the
minecart,
others.
yeah. In enter minecart, we need to call the function name.
The function tag.
So here we need to add a call function, but I don't know how to do that. Special is the function tag, man.
Oh, it's literally just function. What's it called?
Spawner underscore list.
oh, I know what's going on with the thing.
Good. Glad we've got your mind on the problem of
It's
spawner
fine.
minecart.
I gotta get back in the portal anyway. Now that I've fixed the lights.
Let's reload it. Are there any errors, bugs?
Couldn't read function tag list Minecraft tick.
Uh-oh.
Oh, in a test pack.
Oh, let me disable the test pack. There we go. Cave spiders should now work if you got a command for that.
Sure do. Nasty little buggers.
Just put your command in there. That way we can just summon a spawner.
Nope.
Push it. Oh yeah, we forgot to do the... We just added one variable. We need to adjust the other variables as well. So
I think it's because we can't call spawner list as a tag name without defining it as a tag as well.
Oh, can't we?
I'm pretty sure we can't. What do you think, Special?
I'd probably.
Oh no, we can't. Yeah, you got to get rid of the tags of the tag.
Well, no, we
hashtags
can just
for now, or we
just define it as a tag, right?
yeah, where do I have to put that?
Under spawner minecarts, tags, functions.
Yeah.
Folder.
On Minecarts tags. There's already a tags folder, so.
Not under spawner minecarts. Oh, there's a tags folder, yeah, but not a
There's a tags folder, but not a functions tag folder.
What should I call the function? Probably the same as. Yeah.
Well, exactly that. Spawner underscore list.
The name of it has to be spawner list.
This is new to me, so. .json. There we go. And this has to be a JSON component.
Yeah, I'll send you what you need to type in. Or actually, you can open it up, I guess.
Yeah, I've got it opened if you just join me.
Yeah.
It's basically this
Oh.
S, but this becomes whatever it was called, spawner.
I had memorized the format for liquid tanks.
Right, let's try this.
So that should be it.
Yep, reloading. One of the cave spiders stole a minecart.
Oh, yeah.
That seemed to work.
I don't see any errors. Yeah, great.
I bet it won't spawn cave spiders though.
It'll probably spawn creepers. Yeah. That needs to be changed.
This is a thing that's quite sad about Minecraft functions. You can't mess with strings, and this way, when copying these functions, you've got to adjust like 10 different strings. It would be way nicer if we could just specify the string once and then reference that string.
Yeah, cave spider, zombie. Then we also need blaze and silverfish while we're here.
Blaze spawners, I think, yeah.
I'm looking at the wiki page right now. It says zombies, skeletons, and spiders in dungeons, cave spiders in abandoned mineshafts, spiders in woodland mansions, silverfish in strongholds, and blaze in nether fortresses, and that's apparently it. So it doesn't say anything about naturally spawned husk, stray, zombie villager, etc. spawners.
I guess if some module wants to add a different spawner, they can just go ahead and add it, like this.
Yeah, but I think these are the general vanilla ones, plus creeper.
Should we include creepers?
Like if we do soul
I
probes
guess.
and soul probes add stuff, we can just add that here.
Yep. Should we include creepers here? Because you won't come across that spawn in vanilla.
I don't know. I don't know why I felt it was needed. But I still feel like it's needed, but it probably isn't.
It just feels like a pretty standard thing, right?
AKR AKR, yes, public server 5 is starting on November 10th. The current Minecraft server is closing on the 29th of this month.
Alright, so that's that.
Yeah.
Oh, I just tapped back into the game and all I see is a ton of creepers. Seems dangerous. Reloading. Can we try play spawner? Oh, you still didn't put the command in work. Can you?
I want a job, god damn it.
Sparks, you have friends, you don't get a job.
The blase.
Oh, this is loud. There we go.
I'm fixing it. Fine. We're good.
Oh, why doesn't it spawn them?
Well, I thought I was.
Data get. In 1.13, if you're looking at an entity that isn't an item for some reason, you can get its data or its UUID and reference it that way, which is really cool.
Well, it did just spawn Blaze while you were doing that, so I think we're good.
We're good. Let's test cave. Did cave spiders? Let's test silverfish then.
Silverfish. Oh, my voice is going. I have a cold at the moment. Oh, nice commanding, buddies. I don't know. Don't push the button right now. Which way is this? Positive Z. Okay. Oh, I keep. Bloody bedrock commands. Okay. There we go. Silverfish.
They stole our minecart again. There we go.
Nice.
Yep, spawn silverfish.
That grave, though.
It's fine. It
Yeah,
was
the silverfish.
before.
I love how the silverfish look at this, sort of being unwillingly dragged, nails like clawing gouges into the floor towards their grave.
Alright, so I
Well,
consider
the silverfish just die on the soul sand anyway.
We haven't tested zombie or yeah.
Yeah, AKR, there's an IP for the server. It's stream.gamemode40.com. Or that works as well. The zombie is fighting it special.
Not for long.
Looks good.
Yeah, AKR, you can join the stream world and listen to us slightly more live than YouTube.
Alright, so this, I would
This
consider
is a husk.
working.
This is a husk spawner, so it shouldn't be picked up, and it should also not be destroyed. Just want to check that doesn't. Yeah, it just does nothing. It doesn't destroy the spawner or anything. That's good.
That's nice.
Good. And I think at this point I need to go. Sorry, guys. But hopefully you can
folks.
work on some more of this tonight and let me know what happens.
So we need to discuss the mechanics here, Special.
See you later, guys.
This works. Special. So
Hi, sorry. Bye.
we need to discuss the mechanics here. Last stream, for you guys that were around last stream, we weren't sure about how we are gonna do this. So we had in mind that there are two ways, that these spawners have some kind of essence to them, and you've got to charge them for them to spawn mobs. Last stream we ran into the issue with how we're gonna explain that normal vanilla spawners don't require the essence for it. But someone, sadly I don't remember the name anymore. If you're around here or if you're watching this on YouTube, please make sure to claim credit. Someone suggested that the essence is kind of tangled to the spawner if they are placed by vanilla in the world. And once the player rips them out by placing it in a minecart, it kind of shields them, so the player has to start fueling the spawner.
Mm-hmm.
But
Which makes sense to me.
Yeah, makes sense to me as well. I like that idea. But how are we gonna fuel the spawner? Did we settle on anything? Because I don't think so. I think we just...
I don't think we like actually settled on something. Although maybe we should just start with the passive, since we kind of agreed that the passive was going to be just over time, and then the active, the inbuilt active, we'd figure out.
Maybe you want to explain
also
the passive and the active thing for people that weren't around
Sure.
last time?
So the passive spawning that we had decided on was, oh boy, how do I word this? So once the spawner runs out of like fuel, it would stop working. But slowly over time, the server, or slowly over time, it would gain a small amount of fuel. So if you just leave this, if your spawner runs out of fuel, you just leave it for a while and it slowly recharges itself. But then there's the issue of it will only recharge itself when it's loaded. So we came up with the idea of having a global clock, and then whenever a spawner becomes loaded again, it compares its internal timers. So at the last time it was loaded to the global clock, figures out how much fuel it should have added in that time period that it missed, and adds it. So you don't have to be AFK to charge up your spawner, which is smart because AFK is
on the server, that is.
Weird.
Unfortunately, in a single player world, of course, if you quit the world,
yeah,
it won't run without your computer running and having Minecraft open in the world.
We'll just get it to calculate daytime.
And pull the clock of your PC. That would actually be awesome. But then players could manipulate the time on their machine, and that would be horrible. Oh well, let's get started then. So we probably want to branch off from main for this, because it's an entirely new thing. And it might be worth right now to move all our functions that put the spawner into the minecart, to move those under a separate folder. Because we didn't do that.
To organization.
Yeah, I will add a folder called... What should we call it? Minecartify? No. Capture? Mount?
Probably. What did we call it on all the other stuff? Like, enter? That's weird.
Mount minecart?
Maybe just enter minecart. Or...
We got a method. We got a function that's called that though.
I mean, we could call the whole folder that really, if we wanted to.
Hi, Hunter. Welcome, Ender.
Yes, hello. Salutations.
What should we call it?
And seed. Indeed. Seed _ Minecraft. Indeed _ Minecraft. I guess.
Capture spawner, maybe? I guess you kind of capture it, right?
I mean, it makes enough sense.
There we go, there's a folder. Can you go around and change all the function calls to reference it?
Yep. Do you have all the stuff open?
I've got all the stuff open in a second. There you go. Oh, we need to change the tag now that I've moved the spawner list into that.
No, tag's fine. Tag is fine. Tag's fine.
Oh, so
tag doesn't need name spacing.
Oh, cool. So the function tag ignores folders and stuff.
Well, in the tag it needs to be changed, but the tag itself doesn't need to be namespaced.
Alright, cool.
If that makes sense.
think that's all of it. I'm
I
reloading.
believe so.
Can you check the logs
Yep.
for
Did
me?
you save everything? Cause I don't. It's good. Loaded fine.
I've saved everything. Let's check whether it's working, just to make sure. Spider spawner. Nope. Forgot about something.
Okay. Starting in main, it goes, runs, spawner minecarts, capture spawner, enter minecart, capture spawner, enter minecart,
Capture a
enter minecart
spawner,
calls
minecart.
spawner minecart spawner list, which is a valid tag, and capture spawner finalize enter minecart. Finalize enter minecart doesn't call anything. Spawner list, capture spawner. Spawner list is just this.
Capture spawner.
Oh, here's a error now. Maybe my output's behind.
What does it say?
Malformed JSON line 1 column 1 path $. Hello, Black Lizard. Welcome to the stream.
Which file is that in?
I would assume the JSON file, but I'm not sure because I can't find the start of the error.
Are you sure it's not one of those weird error? Oh no, that's just in the other server. JSON. Spawner Minecart capture.
Here, I'm reloading it to see if I can find it again. Oh, no, it loaded fine.
Oh, fine, alright. Let's try again. Maybe we just didn't save properly.
Maybe? Because I didn't save any of the things that I changed. Because I was just looking for them and forgot
Nope,
to
still
save.
doesn't work. We might have a desync here. In which case I will...
I'll open them from my end and see if they're...
Yeah, just do that. So, we're using Atom. It's a great editor. But sometimes the FTP remote edit thing over here, if you're creating files or renaming files or moving files, sometimes it desyncs you, which is really annoying because you get stuck a lot. But otherwise, Atom's fine.
I'm not seeing any problems.
That's weird then.
But let's see what functions are.
We can just do like a / function and call it, right?
Yeah, they're all showing up as valid.
Let's try something else then. How about a creeper? Maybe it's just a spider one that's bugged out. Nope. That's an issue.
That's weird that changed it.
I'm still refreshing all my main folder again. Oh yeah, I'm desynced. Special.
Oh, well, none of the things that I saw were broken.
Yeah, it just told me FTP connection end, so I'm opening all the things again. But everything still looks fine to me.
Yeah.
Just enter the connection for me. Maybe you have a typo somewhere. Spawner.
Did I spell capture wrong, perhaps? Is that my issue?
Capture. Maybe I spelled capture wrong. CAPTURE.
Oh,
CAP.
it's fine.
That's fine.
Do you have the portal open again?
Oh yeah, I do. Just jump to my position. Click on my little name bubble, and then you should hop into the files. Or should I reopen them for you?
I'm not in a portal. Oh yes, I am. Never mind. My thing was weird. You just open a file quick?
Yep.
Any file?
There you go.
Ah, that's annoying. I closed them all on my end, and that's my fault.
Well, let me reopen them for you then.
No, I can't. No, I'm not seeing anything, so I'm just gonna rejoin.
Okay,
Don't
so
worry about me. Keep
we
going.
got an error somewhere, and we need to figure out where it is. Capture spawner. There you are, now you're back.
PTRE spawner/spawner list. Okay, run from main.
That's main for you.
Okay, execute as the minecart. Add itself if the spawner is of this tag, which is in fact valid tag.
Is main even running, or do we get an error there?
Misode, we have the log open. I have it open. Blue doesn't because IPs show up, and it's not ethical to do that. Piston is in the correct function.
Yeah, so main is running.
Main is running. Enter minecarts running, right? Redstone block. Do we just...
Let's see if enter minecart is running.
I'm gonna go turn on the lights quick.
Yeah, enter the card is running. It's not where it's failing. Is the spawner list calling function? Because that could be the issue.
Maybe there's something wrong with spawner list.
Reloading. Yeah, there's something wrong. Spawner list isn't getting called. It's running
That's weird.
enter minecart fine, but it's not looking through the spawner lists. Spawner minecarts. Let me just retype this.
Yeah. It executed 8 commands from it. Which there are 8 commands.
It just can't find it apparently, so the function call is failing.
The function spawner minecarts.
Yeah, that line is failing. Huh. I think the tag is wrong.
Oh, the tag's not namespaced.
Oh.
Ah, boy.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Let's reload
Welcome,
that then.
Nuclear Nexus. We are currently, well, now that we've gotten it to work, we've are working on Spawner Minecarts 2.0, I guess.
It works now.
And we apparently don't know how to type words, so...
Alright, so spawner minecarts are fixed again. Now we need to do passive regen, so like Special explained earlier.
Alright.
We want to regen these passively, like they can't spawn unlimited amount of mobs, but they will regen slowly over time, and the player can actively recharge them. But we don't know how we're gonna do that yet, so we'll focus on the passive recharging for now. For that, we'll go back to main.
Probably need an objective, right? A global number. Need that global scoreboard thing.
Yep. Let's put that in. Score players at objectives at. What should we call it? We've got an objective actually special. We got an objective setup called Spawner.
Oh,
Field.
that's right. We just gotta put it in a...
You're cutting out, but yeah.
Oh. Whoops, sorry.
We probably want to make this run an even slower clock, so I would just suggest using a fake player for this. So we're just gonna go slow clock, passive regen. Then we're gonna go squad players. I can't type today. Passive clock 1. Squad players set 0. Now we're gonna do.
It's just constantly. No, this it shouldn't be reset, right? Just
I'm
constantly go up.
I'm putting in execute check.
Oh, because we're slowing it down more than. Gotcha.
Yep. What's the scoreboard called again? Spawner fuel or something?
Yeah.
So people rage at me for not putting that in.
At blue objective. Yes, we're Yes, we realize we're missing it. Thank you, everyone. We just didn't know what it was at the time.
I told you they were gonna yell at me for not putting the objective in.
Do you wonder how many people yelled at you? There's Masode, there's Masode and Nexus at least did.
If score passive clock. I find it nice that people yell at me in this case.
Oh?
It's like having an auto syntax check. That's smart.
And rude.
Spawner fuel. How slow should this be?
Probably about once a minute, maybe?
Once a minute, so what's that? Our clock runs at 0.8 seconds per pulse. So 60 seconds divided by 0.8. 75. That sounds like a nice number.
Yep.
75. Run this. Alright, so this should reset then now. If I reload this and we pull up that scoreboard.
No errors.
Oh, we got way too many scoreboards.
I don't know what you're talking about. No such thing.
There it goes. That's looking good so far. So now what we want to do is we want to make each spawner count up, but we'll also have a passive clock that counts up since the module installation. And
Yep.
then we'll compare both values, and if they don't match, that means the spawner must have not been loaded for the entire time, in which case we should sync them all up again, and that should be fairly easy actually. Yeah, and this won't be like a clock. This time we'll accumulate fuel over time basically, and the spawners, they will have an internal fuel value, and that fuel will probably run out over time when the spawner is active, something like that. We'll have to figure something for that out special, because I don't think we can tell when the spawner is spawning something.
Maybe?
So now we do add fuel to spawner minecarts. This will execute. We could probably put this in a separate function. Should probably put it in a separate function.
Yeah, because we're actually the minecarts.
We're gonna do a whole bunch of stuff. We're gonna do a bit of score comparing, so function would be nice here. Another folder would be nice. New folder.
Yeah, so fuel stuff or something.
Fuel, fuel handler. I think just fuel is enough. Yeah, I think just fuel is enough. Have we done a count of how many functions all Gamemode 4 modules use in total?
At some point we will probably.
That sounds crazy. Like, we'll have a ton of functions. Especially large modules like liquid tanks. They will be crazy. New file. There we go. I've got a new file open special called passive regeneration.
Yep, there it is.
Run from main. Not sure about it as yet. Now we're calling that execute if. So we're now calling that function if our spawner fuel matches 74 or 0. I bet 0 would be the better choice here. If score matches 0, let's go run, and then we'll just run the function here, which is in this case Spawner Minecarts colon fuel slash there we go. So now this function is run from main once this clock cycles once. In here we now want to add 1 to every minecart, which would be as simple as scoreboard class add E, and then we'll just go back and grab our parameters for spawner minecarts here. That should be in spawner list. Yeah, there it goes. We get our tag for it. These days we don't rely on entity names anymore. Instead we rely on tags way more, because by now you can check multiple tags within one selector, which makes it nice. And for some reason Mojang decided to make armor stands name taggable, which is horrible.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I feel comfortable saying this now because it's been like a while, but on the Gamemode 4D server, if you name an armor stand GM4 _ compressor, because that's the internal name of the block compressor, it just dies. Because the module thinks it's a block compressor in air and it destroys it. Not actually, it lights it on fire first and then it kills it. When we were developing the server, it would drop all of the stuff and we're like, we're not having that. So I had to fix that, and that was like a 3-hour process because no good reason.
yeah, it wasn't nice that Mojang at some point decided to make armor stands name taggable, because we've been referring to their names for so long.
Yeah. Plus, you can't even see their name if you name tag them. So like,
yeah,
what's the point?
So this will add 1 to the fuel every minute. And now we need to do that global clock here special.
Are we adding to the?
I guess it's an accumulative fuel value. Nuclear Nexus says, I made some liquid tanks. Liquid tanks are really cool, but Special will curse you if you report any root bugs, because then he'll have to fix it.
No, I'm redoing it now. I accept bugs again. For example, the bug that crashed my testing world because too much water.
Water is really lagging.
Beside the point.
There we go. So how are we gonna do this now? I guess we're gonna have a global counter that starts counting up when the module is installed. No, that's stupid. If we have a global counter that starts counting up when the module is installed, then we can't rely on a global counter and a spawner fuel counter being in sync, because they won't be, because those spawners are created at different times.
And the fuel might not necessarily, because the fuel can also be changed non-passively.
Yeah, so how are we gonna do this?
So we need a time. We do need another objective. The timer one. Just the the spawner, like a GM4 spawner time, and there's just a what do you call it? Just a global counting up number.
Can't we do that in a fake player in the current scoreboard?
Yes, but each spawner also needs their own version of the clock.
Yeah. Let's do another.
So they can compare how long it's been since they were last loaded and can. Yeah.
Oh, will this fit? There's this arbitrary limit of 16 characters in a scoreboard objective name, which is stupid. By the way, there shouldn't be a 1 here. This wasn't throwing an error because this init function, this entire thing, is only running once you install the module first. So I got away with it there. Alright, there's now a spawner time objective. I will add that manually to the world, because like I said, it only runs on the first installation of the module. There we go. Spawner time is now a thing. And how are you gonna do the special? So we'll have a global timer. When will this global timer start?
Well, the timer's just gonna. That's the one that goes. That should go here. Spawner time. So, because this is the global clock, right?
Yep.
No. No, never mind. That's the slow clock. That's the slow. Okay. Yes. Okay. I'm just getting tripped up a little bit because there's twice as much. There's 2 scoreboards because this is slower.
Yeah. So this just makes it slower.
Okay. So then
this runs it every minute or so.
Spawner global time. One? No. Spawner time 1. Okay, and then this should run on the minecarts.
Alright, I will edit that then.
This should be spawner minecarts, which means the global clock should go main.
There we go, this function is now run on the spawner minecarts. Should it also be run at the spawner minecarts? We can add that if we need it.
I don't see any reason it needs to at the moment.
I've been including a third line at the top of the function, by the way, special. That just specifies the add.
Say that again?
I've been including a third line at the top of each function.
Oh, I always put it with the @s because that's just usually where.
Oh, I just put
At
it
least
line
that's what I've
below.
been
It makes
putting
it easier to read.
All right, because usually it's at itself. So this is adding itself 1 to the spawner time. If spawner time execute unless spawner time matches the global, which is spawner global time. Is that it?
Let me check for my. Yep, spawner global
Time
time.
matches their score. Then we have to calculate their difference.
I think you got it to equals here, right?
No, that's operation. That's setting them. This is comparing them.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All
If
right.
you go to the
I
because
got
this
that.
is a selector objective matches selector objective. Yeah, that's right. And then we have to calculate the difference. So then run operation its own. We can use fake players for this probably, right?
No, you gotta do an equals special.
No, that's for setting it.
No, matches is only for fixed values. If you want to enter a number, you've got to do equals if you're gonna.
Equals is when you're in operation, though.
No,
Isn't it?
Nope. So the difference between matches and equals is if you do matches, then the command expects an integer after the matches. That way you don't have to specify the number in the scoreboard. If you do equals, it expects another scoreboard value. So the equal sign here.
All right, that's could have sworn it was different, but all right.
Yeah. Nuclear Nexus also says matches only for
I don't know
numerical
why I
values.
thought that. Huh.
Let's get back to micro.
Now I'm feeling self-conscious that all the other stuff I know is not.
What were you gonna do with scoreboard players operation here?
Calculate the difference between the two.
The issue now is special. Let's say I install a module, and then I wait like 2 days, and then I capture a spawner. Then the worldwide clock will be at 5,000, and my spawner will be at 0.
Well, when we create a spawner, we'll just have to set it equal to the world clock.
Alright, I will do that then. Should
Right?
we include a point in time where the world clock resets to 0?
I mean,
That would
you
kind
could,
of,
but it would kind of mess up some of the
it would kind of implement a limit of how much you can generate without it
It
being loaded.
It would mess up the operations though, because if someone unloads one at 9,000.
Oh yeah, because we can't reset them if they are unloaded. How long is it gonna take till the max int value is reached?
A lot far. Even if you were doing one per tick, if you're adding one per tick, it would be about 3 years. If I'm remembering correctly. So we're far longer than that because we're on once a second.
We'll probably run
Or once a
even
minute.
slower actually.
We're on once a minute, right?
Yeah, and I would probably slow that down even more.
Yeah. So that's about what, 2 trillion minutes?
About-ish? I don't have my calculator handy right now.
Whatever max int is, I don't remember it's just 2 and then something. That's my problem.
Alright, so if I'm spawning the spawner, I will give it a scoreboard value. It's sad that we can't use a fake MBT tag like we can for teams to assign a scoreboard value on an entity when it's being spawned in. There's like a fake MBT tag that you can give. It would look something like, I think it's team and then a string. And if you put that in, it will automatically join the entity into the team.
Yeah.
It's not a real scoreboard tag though. Not a real MBT tag.
Also,
though.
I don't believe that minecarts can be on a team because they're not living. But don't quote me on that.
I think everything can be on a team special.
I
Doesn't
don't
need
think
to
so.
be living. I'm 95% sure.
Am I just like messing up on everything today?
Yep, you are. Oh, this is defined as anyways. Oh, giving them a fuel is pretty easy. Squad players. Not a fuel, time. So I'm setting their time, which is at as ngm4 spawner time. I'm setting that to the global timer on their spawning. Equals. What did you call your global timer?
Which one? The global timer is spawner global time.
In global time. There we go. So this now sets the minecart when it's being spawned in by a piston pushing it down into the minecart to the current global time, which makes sure they are synced up. They might be one off though, depending on the order we run these in. So in main we first do the spawners, then we do. Nope, they are fine. They are in sync. Alright, should I reload it? Are you ready? No, you aren't.
I guess so.
There's still like a scope of place operation it has in passive regeneration. Like this command isn't valid? What way?
Oh, it's not. Sorry, it's not done. Oh gosh, I need to go to sleep for goodness sake. Okay, score player's operation. Set its, and then we need to subtract its own time from the global and get the difference. So then we have to store that somewhere else. Actually, no, because then we're gonna set its own time to the master.
Yeah,
That's
so it
fine.
will
Yeah,
be over.
so
It will be avoided anyways.
its own spawner time set equal to, or minus equal to. Oh, I was locked to your cursor. Whoops. Spawner.
There you go.
Yeah, that one.
Alright, so now we have that, which is the difference. Now we need to transfer it into its
Yep.
fuel value.
And then we need to.
We could
which
open up another
It depends if we're
function
doing
here.
one fuel a second.
We could open another function here because we'll have to do like.
No, we wouldn't have to do more than one. Oh,
Yeah, because your calculation of fuel difference needs to be put here. So the thing that will go here is basically.
okay, because fuel might not directly translate to global time. Okay, gotcha.
I would make it directly translate though, otherwise it's gonna be horrible for
Okay.
us.
Alright.
So one fuel should be one global time, which means this global time it should only tick up. Currently it's ticking up once per pulse, but it should only be ticking up once per slow pulse, which is this. At this point you could open up another function here again for these two, but we figured if you
Might as well.
if you're just doing look at main at the moment special. If you're just doing like a passive not a passive check, if you're just doing a fake player check, a scoreboard check matches an integer, that's really cheap to calculate. So opening a new function for just these two commands is not really worth it. You might push out a bit more performance if you were gonna open up a new one here, but you won't notice the difference unless you do this like 100 times. So for this one, we should open a function, right?
Well, yeah, and then but also in here is going to be add time to personal clock and maybe add their own time and also we already have that. Oh gosh. Could this be the spawner's main function?
Probably, yeah. We don't need to run it that often. Oh, no, it won't.
Oh, because, any active stuff's going to be different.
Any active stuff is going to be faster. Fuel on chunk reload? What should I call that function? Fuel on chunk reload? Unloaded chunk fuel?
Just fuel difference calculate, I think. Toppy says plans to add translation support to names since they're in 1.13. I would love to have translation support, but we would also need people who can translate and people who are willing to translate things. So it would kind of be, Federic points out that you would need a resource pack to apply the translations, but
fuel calculation is
if
quite
you're not
misleading.
translating it, then don't need the resource pack, I don't think, unless they removed loc name. Which they might have, now that I think about it.
The function is going to be called unloaded underscore fuel underscore calculations.
Sounds good.
If we just call it fuel calculations, it's going to be misleading, because we're going to have active stuff that adds fuel, so that would be a nightmare.
Spawner Minecarts. What is it? Unloaded.
Unloaded underscore fuel underscore calculations.
Loaded fuel calculations. Sounds good.
This down here can go, right? Lines 13 and 12.
Yep, and this stuff is going to go into fuel calculations function. You know what I'd really like? An Atom extension that lets me, that would let you, like, click on the function and go to that function in the tree.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be neat. Anyway.
So we only run this if they are out of sync with the main clock. Then we calculate the difference between the main clock and the global clock. And then we got the difference in the scoreboard, and now we can just copy the difference to their fuel value, which is stored in. I think you would have to do an operation.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's late, okay. Spawner time.
Then we...
Oh, how come it didn't add the GM for that time? This is... Oh, boy.
Then we just set it to the global time, so they are in sync again. Nuclear Nexus says maybe one of the MC functional language projects in MCC could add that, referring to your function clicking thingy.
I would love you forever.
We are reloading.
Errors.
AKR says lock name is gone. All names are custom.
Yeah, but can you set a default name in JSON? Which I don't know. Can't load main. Okay. We didn't change main, did we?
I might have changed a bit of stuff in main. Yeah, I did. What's the
Line 9
line
after
now?
match is 0.
Oh, there's a run missing though.
Alright. Take 2.
Reloading.
We're good.
Will not be able to see what through the barrier. Now I'm scared. Very good. Let's pull up that scoreboard then.
Yep. What's the person on the clock, though?
Person on the clock.
Oh, that's the fuel scoreboard. Okay.
There's no score.
There was a-
in
there was a-
Spawner.
No, but there was a entity in fuel.
Oh, by the way, we should probably only run that global time when there are actually minecart spawners around. I think we're already doing that.
Okay. Global time's not getting added to it. Oh, it's getting added once a minute.
I will make it so that this timer only runs if there's a spawner minecart around.
Which timer?
The global timer.
It needs to constantly run.
Oh yeah, because then if it's unloaded, we'll
'Cause if
finish
there's-
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. So the slow clock will run always. I think that won't run always is the passive regeneration function.
We're gonna if you don't mind, I'm gonna speed this up for now.
That's fine. Yeah, you can speed it up. AKR says, I recommend giving all custom items a repair cost of integer max to avoid players being able to rename them.
I assume that's if you give them a translation key in the thing.
That's actually really smart. Special, we might have use for that. I will talk to you after stream.
I mean, now that nothing goes off the actual item name, I don't see why the
That's
item
true,
can't be
though.
renameable
Yeah.
like every other vanilla item.
So we've started, instead of relying on the item name, all the Gamemode 4 stuff, it now relies on custom tags. So it doesn't check for any item names anymore because players can rename them. It doesn't check for lore anymore because other Gamemode 4 modules started overriding each other's lore, which is horrible. So now we go off of item tags. For example, Tower Cauldrons use an item tag to identify its armor and so on. It's a custom tag and those can be set by us. We just hope that Mojang will never remove that. But I've got a bad feeling that's one of the fun things that are really useful that Mojang will remove at some point. I don't know, what do you think?
Yeah. I think it'll stay. I mean, they've talked about it a lot in the MC Discord, and Dinnerbone's been there, and he hasn't said anything about it, so I expect it to be okay.
Did you speed it up and reload it?
I should have, unless it didn't save.
Did not speed up.
Oh, because we didn't do 2 or greater. We were not good if statement writers. So it was caught above
Oh, right.
2.
So this is counting up now, and if we now summon a spawner, auto-synced, and its fuel should be... Can we... I will put on some command blocks for these scoreboard changes.
Yep.
Spawner fuel. What's the one with 30?
I don't know. I'm just gonna copy down the
The UID.
UUID. Find out. Oh wait, no, I can just
You could just reset all players
I
on
can
the
just do the
scoreboard.
scores.
You
Yeah.
could just reset all the players on the scoreboard, it doesn't matter right now. But don't reset all players on all scoreboards.
Can you do that anymore? I thought they
Yeah, if you do reset star. Without specifying a scoreboard.
Interesting.
Alright, so here's a lever for you that switches between spawner fuel and spawner time.
It keeps showing up.
Did you reset it yet?
No, it keeps appearing and disappearing.
Oh no, that was the scoreboard changed. If you look closely. Time, fuel. Time,
Oh.
fuel.
Well, there's only 2 entities.
It's probably something that we set to it manually some time ago. Forgot about it.
Well, I'm gonna... Okay.
Alright, so now we got this counting up. How are we gonna test this? Just setting a global time to some high value, I guess. Score players.
You can also change the this as spawner's score.
Something lower? Yeah, probably. But targeting the fake player is easier. Let's just set it to 300 or something. And now we should see a spike in the fuel of the spawner.
Huh.
I think we need to add a -1 somewhere.
This is the one that has the 30. Oh, it's not 30 anymore.
Wait, what's the one with 0 then? Yeah, potatoes has -168. You owe 168 fuel to it. Yeah, if you don't give it back, it will try to murder all of your friends.
Oh, Potato points it out. We're subtracting to get the difference, and then we're adding a negative to it. So we owe it 168 fuel, but we're removing 168 fuel instead of adding 168 fuel. So we need to...
Just do minus instead of plus, that should fix it.
Yeah, minus equals instead of plus equals. Oh, but where's the function? Right there.
I'm reloading. Right, any errors? I hope not.
I did not see any, nope.
Now we're on -300.
There's not a spawner there.
Nope. Oh, well, adding a minus here won't change the sign of the first integer, because Minecraft is weird like that. You can't specify. With the scope of player's operation, doing minus will just change the sign of the second integer. Oh, but you said this was gonna be negative.
Yeah. Yeah.
So either Minecraft is
Because the value we come up with... Wait. We could just reverse the order of these two. This.
And this and this?
Yeah.
No, don't do it, because then you write to the global time.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't reverse in Minecraft.
Global time, because global time's the bigger one.
So we're doing spawner time.
So that gives us a negative.
That gives us a negative. And then we're doing spawner time. Then we're doing fuel minus. So that should be plus.
Uh-huh. See what the values say.
Toffinax is asking, what's the difference between the two clocks? Sorry, passive and aggressive. The passive clock, it won't hurt you, and the aggressive one, it will murder all your friends.
Yeah. The spawner time is just a global timer so that it can calculate how much it should have fueled while it was unloaded. Spawner fuel is the amount of fuel it has. That'll increase and decrease depending on how many entities it's spawned, and also is what we're going to modify via the active fueling, which we haven't done yet. Oh, there's something wrong now. Couldn't load thing.
Wizard says it will take 3,800 years to reach the max end. If it increases once.
I know why.
I think we're fine. Should I reload again?
I just did.
Just did, alright. Let's get spawner then. Damn it.
We just need a minecart.
That's a spawner. Adjusting the clock to 300. Oh, that worked.
Oh, it worked now.
Maybe you just didn't reload correctly.
Weird.
Oh, it's still saying studying lists. I should get rid of that. There we go. Never forget to remove your debug commands. Alright, so this is working now. So we got passive regen working. If I spawn another spawn now, just to make sure that we don't have any weird bugs. It starts with a fuel of... Oh, I know why it was 30 special. These start with a fuel of 30.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they do.
Gotcha. Oh, there's just a generic minecart around here somewhere that's got a score of 0.
It's the roller coaster minecart over here.
Oh.
Potato is thinking hard. How is the cult going? The cult is still doing fine.
Yeah. They're not going anywhere. Although this creeper's not having fun today. I don't know, it works half the time and then the other half the time it doesn't.
Alright, let's get back on the topic here. So we got that working. The thing we should try to get to work now, I'm not sure whether we'll get the active regeneration done today, but we should at least try to get the thing done where it only spawns mobs if it has a fuel greater than 0.
Alright.
The main issue is here, we can't tell when the spawn is spawning something, except we tag all the entities it spawns.
Well, okay, that's one way to do it. It's also possible that there's the timer that goes down.
Is there?
Yeah. There's, you know how the spawner, if you've noticed the spawner, the mob inside of it slowly spins faster and faster until it spawns, and then it slows down. So there's the delay timer, which I'm getting yelled at a lot in chat, that says it's a delay is the name of it, and also apparently delay is 0 when it's in the sun. So when the delay hits whatever max causes it to spawn, which I assume is another value in it.
That's a value we can set, and we set it to 800. I think those are the values which correspond to vanilla spawners. Sparks put them in last time. So we just check for that max value 20 times a second.
Uh,
Oh, that's gonna be horrible performance-wise, because we need to go through all of the spawner minecarts 20 times per second, and players will have a lot of these.
could we instead pull the value out of its NBT, store it into a scoreboard, and compare if it's
Check for
in
a
a range within 16 ticks, or
Oh, that could work.
yeah,
Yeah, I
or
think that
yeah,
would be fine.
basically what Maso just says. Also, Toffee, this was not going to be a merge of soul probes. Soul probes will be a different thing that we have to redo separately. Yeah, we haven't thought much about that. Besides that, books are bad.
Yeah. Okay, let's pull the delay MBT takeoff. So that works. Data. Just need to do an execute store here, basically, right?
Yeah, where are you?
In game.
Oh, gotcha.
Entity. Oh, can we get a spawner minecart? This one. Execute.
Why do so many people have rods sticking out of their head?
I would blame some of the moderators. Entity. There we go.
Stage crew.
What's the MBT part?
If I still had that jail, you'd be in it.
You could just make him get pulled into your grave.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh, special. Never mind. We'll just use
What's
an
what?
int, and we won't scale it. Am I right? No scaling required.
Shouldn't have to scale it. No, I mean it's a short, so it's smaller than an int, so there's no problem. Fun fact, Tom: anyone who's on the stage who's not a streamer or stage crew immediately gets banned. Automated system I'm quite proud of.
Oh, I'm doing this the wrong way around, by the way. Chat will probably scream at me in a second.
Oh, because you're doing it in chat.
Yeah. So what I was doing there, I was trying to store it to the MPT, but I want to store the result to the score. For now, let's put it into... Can you pull up the debug scoreboard really quick? Debug. Now run. Data. Get. Entity. This one. Delay.
It's in light. It's not spawning. Let me turn off the lights.
Oh, it's stored it to at me, of course, because yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. You can do that. Just run it again now.
I'm storing it into my player, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Yep, that seems to work.
Yep, it's working.
Cool. How do you get in the server is the question of Nuclear Nexus. You just join stream.gamemode40.com and you can join us there, or if you are on a Discord server, you can even join a live chat. That makes it easier if you're on the server to listen live, because the stream is has a bit of a delay and it's weird if you're on the server and you're trying to watch us with the delay. Okay, so that's working. Let's put that into place then. I guess we should add a separate folder called spawning behavior or something, because this isn't really fuel anymore.
How many functions are in fuel? 2?
Yeah, I like to keep tidy special, don't worry.
Okay. Hey, it's fine. I have like liquid tanks is like 4 functions that are not in folders right now, and it's just gonna get worse.
You might want to explain why you're always so critical about putting just one function into a folder.
Into one? Well, because if it's only one function, then the folder just makes it harder to find that function.
Yeah, or you're always critical of creating functions if there's not much to put into a function. There's a specific reason for it that not a lot of people know about, and that is it makes it slow to load the function. Right?
Yeah, just a little bit. The more functions you have, the longer it takes to load in at the start. I don't know the exact comparison of overhead versus command length in the function, but it's just a little bit. So having like a single command in a function not only makes it kind of hard to understand what's going on, but doesn't really give you any benefit from running it, and it just makes it load faster or slower. And RAM is, yeah, RAM shmam. Wham. Just download more ram.com. Actually, no, don't go there. That's bad. Don't go there. Fun fact. Please don't. I'm not responsible for any viruses.
There's now a function called spawn detection. Where will we run this function from? Probably from the slope?
Main. Probably
Yeah.
from main, right?
Yeah, main, because if we run it from the slow clock, we'll have to do an even bigger range check, and that's going to be really inaccurate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not spawners, spawns. There we go. We only need to run this if there's a spawner minecart nearby, so we can do execute if entity. If that entity exists, we'll run the function, which will be spawner minecarts colon and then our folder name, which is spawning, and then our function name. I'm always so tempted to write .mc function after the function name in function commands.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm putting in a test thing here for the time being, just to see whether this function is actually running.
Unfortunately, Trooper Service, the Minecraft Marketplace maps, which are for Bedrock Edition, are very different from the Java Edition. The command system on Bedrock is very... It's pretty limited, actually. They don't have a lot of the functionality Java has right now. They don't have data packs. They don't have a lot of the commands even. They just recently got scoreboards, in fact. So yeah, which is unfortunate because it'd be nice to perhaps put these on the marketplace, but also.
Can you check the log for me real quick?
No errors.
No
Only
errors.
thing in the log is that Micah is cool. 1-1. Oh, that's an L. 1-0-0. Join the game.
Detection.
Potato, I'm kind of hoping that we get scoreboard random in 1.14. I don't know if anybody said anything confirming or denying it, but
there we go, works.
I don't see why they wouldn't.
Another thing with marketplace maps and Gamemode 4 is Dragon, which is a staff member of our server, of our public server. He wanted to put together like a little spawn with a couple of Gamemode 4 modules pre-installed that you could just, basically the simple ones. Sparks converted some of them.
That was Realms.
For Realms? Yeah, for Realms.
Yeah, but
yeah, Realms.
That's different.
But we
Realms
can't
is Java,
do that
though,
because
so.
Realms don't allow command blocks in spawn, so we can't do that. But that would be nice.
Well, the more specifics requirements for that were we wanted to do a survival spawn, which was just a world that had Gamemode 4 pre-installed in it. Redstone, this is 1.12 before the last release. We wanted to do a survival spawn, which was just a world that had Gamemode 4 modules pre-installed in it. But so it would be classified as a survival spawn because the rest of the world would basically be vanilla. And we didn't use data packs in 1.12 because they were pretty. Well, we didn't have data packs. We didn't use functions in 1.12 because they didn't have as many pros as they do now. And survival spawns weren't allowed to have command blocks in spawn. If we made it an adventure map, it would have been fine. But that means we had to have a story and.
I think we need another scoreboard special because we can't. Now we need like a. We need to score. We need to store that delay value for
somewhere.
each spawner minecart somewhere.
Yeah. Probably.
So, where's in it? What should we call it? Let's just call it spawner data. That way we can utilize it for other temporary storage stuff. If you're fine with that. I take it as a yes.
Sure. I think that makes sense. Yeah.
Alright,
I fixed the grave, by the way.
Does it pull in naughty people now?
Yeah, but I think they die in the ground. Yeah, it just suffocates them now. But that's fine.
Oh, that's fine.
Beside the point.
Alright, here we go. Scoreboard objectives. Let's pull up that scoreboard, because that's always a great idea. Let's save this function. Reload it.
No errors.
We should get a thing though.
Execute store result, score S, spawner data, run data, get entity S, delay. Oh, it is running.
Oh, maybe. I think. Where's spawn
Oh,
detection?
server's running it though. It's
Yeah.
not running as the thing.
It's not running as the thing. Let's do as here.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Let's reload this thing. There we go. So apparently the max volume, not volume. Max value we set was spawn list 800. Is this what it gets reset to? Because there are two values here, which is max spawn delay and min spawn delay. So I think at min spawn delay it's forced to spawn something.
It should just be delay.
Will it reset to delay? I think it resets to max delay. Because delay is the number that's counting down.
Until? Counting down until? No, it just passed the number.
On the right, you can see that delay is the number that's counting down.
Uh-huh.
And we need to figure out which number it gets set
yeah.
to. Oh, is it
It just got
randomized?
set to 300. Yeah.
I think it might be randomized
It's
between min
randomized
spawn
between
delay
max and min.
max.
Yeah, it's randomized between max and min.
How are we gonna check for that then? We'll either have to make them spawn
Oh.
a fixed thing, or we're gonna. So let's say it would be reset to the max, and then it ticks
So
down
if it's
once.
0,
and
if
we
it's
detect
0
that.
misode, then it won't work in the sunlight.
Yeah. So let's say it gets reset to the max spawn delay, and then it ticks down, our system detects it, and it's in a range, and then we say it spawned something, but it didn't spawn something yet. Because we want to detect when it's at its highest value, right? We don't want to detect when it's about to spawn something.
The only thing I can think of would be to compare it to the last known value.
Actually, would it be too bad if we detected... How about we detect it when it's about to spawn something? So how about we detect whether it's under 100? And then we remove the fuel.
Well, then there's the problem of if it's in light. When it's in light, it's stuck at 0. Here, I'll hit the light switch.
Oh, and then it will run out of fuel.
Then I'll just run out of fuel when it's in daytime, which doesn't
and
seem
if if we just check between, we can rely on those numbers on the right. They are like the difference between two values is always the same or about the same within a rounding error, right?
Should be able
Because
to.
we query this every 16 seconds. And so how about we check from 100 to 1, excluding 0. And then we just remove the fuel before it actually spawns them up, which won't matter during ordinary spawning. It will just matter if the player turns it off shortly before it spawns something, then the fuel will still get removed, but we can lower that value pretty much down to 32. So if we check between 32 and 1 and remove the fuel during those values, we will always hit it. And if it's in daytime, which means it's 0, 0 will be excluded. So we could do this.
Okay. Yeah. And that should definitely always catch it.
Yep.
Although would that catch it twice? If it hits 32, then subtract 16.
Oh yeah, we need to do like
17 to 1.
17 to 1? Yeah.
Yeah?
Let's
Because
say
when it's 17,
yeah,
it finds it. And then it subtracts 16 down to... Or no.
1. No, 16 to 1.
16 to 1.
It should always be caught here, right?
Yes. Because if it's caught at the max, which is 16, it then subtracts down to 0.
If it's caught at the...
And anything else... Yeah, anything else is fine.
Alright, so that should be fine then. Where are we gonna put this? I've got too many functions open.
You can close all the capture spawner stuff.
Enter my cards. I will leave spawner list open for now. Should we? Yeah, this should go into the spawn detection function as well. Execute if score at s. Change for spawner data. Mattress 1 to 16. Run scoreboard players, not players, players. Remove
one fuel.
spawner fuel.
I assume we're going to go with 1.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, you know what would be kind of neat
If it
with some of the spawner stuff? If there was a way to make spawners spawn faster. Using like some sort of upgrade. Interesting.
Oh, that would be interesting. Maybe that could be an active, could be a side effect of some of the active recharging stuff.
Hmm.
Which gives it like a tag that makes it spawn faster for a couple of minutes. Alright, so this should now remove one of its fuel every time it spawns a thing. Oh, but before we do that, we should make sure that the fuel can't go negative. So we should only do the spawn detection.
Oh, yes. Although, we have to disable the spawner when its fuel's out.
Yeah. Should we only do the spawn detection if it has more than 0 fuel? Probably, right?
Yeah.
Because we don't need to check for the fuel if we're not gonna spawn anything anyways. Alright, I'm reloading. You check the console for me. There we go.
Console boy. No errors.
Let's turn off the lights. Where's the light switch? I can't find the light switch.
Oh, it's lights,
There it is.
second switch. I need to add more lights to it. All these side lamps are problems.
Something is still not working here. Our fuel should be going up, right? Because our passive clock is counting up.
Yes?
Oh no, we didn't do that part, did we? The only thing we did is that the fuel sinks if it was unloaded, but we didn't do like if it's loaded.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Add fuel.
Okay. That's just it should be in passive regen.
Can you do that real quick, and I will spec.
You have to open the function for me.
Passive regen. There you go. And I will.
Yep. Thank you.
Watch the spawner and hope it gets one removed once it spawns something. If it ever decides to. Come on, little spawner. Why is it still really bright here? There it goes. Oh, I didn't get
Because skylight calculations are dumb. There you go. It's adding up slowly.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna repair that
didn't
main
use
value.
one for. Can you disable it for a second? Because then it's easier
Disable.
for us to see. Yes,
I put the. It's back at 75.
It doesn't use one for some reason.
Go to spawn detection and have it say something.
What's chat saying? Toffee is gone. Oh,
Nothing.
see you, Toffee.
We should probably finish up soon, so we should
Yeah.
spend 2 hours. So after we get this working, we'll head off till next week.
This is stretching out quite a bit.
33 module at least.
Nope. Did you put in the say command and reload? No, you're still typing.
Did now.
Reloading. Will this module be on PS5?
If it's done.
If it's done. Oh, I still have to update a bunch of modules before that.
Oh yeah,
happens.
liquid tanks is. Ouch.
Metallurgy is ouch.
Yes.
And Mysterious Midnights. There it goes, but it didn't spawn.
Catch it.
Is the method running?
I'm gonna put that scoreboard in the sidebar. For some reason, I keep forgetting to type W's today.
Maybe your key's kind of stuck.
It's not storing anymore.
It's not even saying detecting things. Did I mess up my scores argument? As a spawner minecart.
Oh, maybe.
Scores GM4 spawner data 1 dot dot. Is that correct?
Yes? Should be. Except it's 0 right now. Wait, why did we check that it's spawner data 0 again?
Oh, we shouldn't do
That should be fuel.
That
wrong
should be
scoreboard.
fuel, yeah. My fault, sorry.
There it is. Detecting things.
It's detecting stuff and things. There we go. No more detecting things.
Spawn stuff.
Did its fuel while you go down?
Ah, you beat me to changing the scoreboard. Fuel is currently 41. It's about to go off again.
I mean, it's about to spawn stuff. 40.
And then went up again.
Why did it go up again?
Because the passive regen.
Oh, so you slowed it down to the appropriate value.
Yeah, back to once a minute.
Yeah, we should probably balance that, but I think that's a thing for off stream.
Yep.
Let me turn on
We
the
gotta
lights.
figure out the average time. See, look, it goes down to 40 again.
Yeah, this should not be sustainable. So the idea here is this passive
It should
regeneration.
be
It is doable and you can do it. However, you have to disable it from spawning for it to accumulate values. Otherwise, it's just gonna run out. You can use active regen to regen a ton of spawner fuel in a short while if you want to. Alright, so I've turned
So
on
basically,
the
if you're gonna go do an AFK session, you would ideally go and have to hook it up to some active spawning system.
Yep.
But if you were just gonna like AFK for like an hour or something, you could use the fuel that had built up over the past day.
And on servers,
Maybe less than an hour, but
yeah, and on servers that's for the past day for reals, cause this even loads when it's unloaded, when the chunk is not loaded.
Yep.
Before we head off,
and look,
though,
there it goes.
I want to
And
turn
it stopped
off.
spawning in the light.
Cool.
There we go.
Before we head off, though, I want to turn on the binary star system.
Oh, yeah, okay. It's quite the thing. Did it just slowly ramp up speed?
Yeah, it did.
It
needs
looked
to
like it
spin
did.
up.
It was like warming up for a second.
So
Like
with
the gravity waves had to reach out.
Oh, don't call them gravity waves. That's rude. We don't quite know what they are. It's quite
The
hard.
gravity had to travel in waves. How about that?
But yeah, kind of.
It took the gravity, it took the gravity about the same time it would take the light to reach the planets.
In our model. Yeah, this is a binary star system with Earth, Venus, and Mercury. And
Except for Venus, Venus likes to get destroyed.
Yeah, same goes for Mercury, and Earth likes to lose its moon because the second star pulls it away.
Yep.
We've got some trailer.
Anyway, thanks guys for joining us for this
watching.
stream.
I will just turn off the lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the wrong switch, pal.
I think it's a good time to head off.